Hi guys, welcome back to Butterfly Box 78. This reading is for Sagittarius Singles. Now Sagittarius, your sign, I called you out in Scorpio's sign that was really in Scorpio's reading. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, you might want to check out that message. I will say this message, we're going to go ahead and get into it. This message is for Scorpio singles. This may or may not resonate with you. If it does, great. If it doesn't, and these readings are for adults. So if your child, make sure that you get permission from your parents in order to watch this. If not, get off here because these are love readings. Anyway, single Scorpios. Let's see here, guys. Cards do not want me to shuffle them. That's because it wants me to meditate. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, before I even started shuffling, I did feel the energy around in the heart and in the third eye chakra. So what we got going on, guys? What we got going on? Let's see here. Let's try this shuffling thing again. And let's see what the cards say. What messages is God trying to bring forth to you? You know, what are the angels saying? What are they telling us about Sagittarius Singles? Please let me know more about Sagittarius Singles. Okay, the Two of Staves in the upright, the Eight of Staves in the upright, and the Nine of Cups. This seems to be an ongoing thing. This Nine of Cups in reverse. Sheesh. Along with transformation in the upright. This is going to be an interesting read. So, looks like there was a partnership, or there is a partnership. Sagittarius, even though you guys are singles, there could somebody may be wanting a partnership, or it's something along those lines, or maybe you thought that there was a partnership. Whichever way it goes, with the Eight of Staves being in the upright, this is all about communication. So there's communication coming in about a partnership. However, this may leave you in a very discontent kind of way. There may have been some communication or information that you found out, maybe a download of spiritual sorts, that you came to the realization about, whatever way it goes about, there's some type of transformation that happens because of this. It may be that you are really tuning into your third eye more than ever, because we have, yeah. Okay, so I think what this is saying is where you were waiting for a partnership, which is where you were waiting for your ships to come in. That was a partnership. That's this, a love relationship. I think that you were really dissatisfied with what the relationship probably had to offer, or did offer, or is going to offer. There is a temptation, but it doesn't offer any signs of growth. And I think that that's why there's a transformation that comes in, because you may have been dealing with this person on and off for quite a while, but I think that because you're not really into what it is that they just don't have enough, I think, to bring to the table. It left a lot of emotional dissatisfaction. But let's go ahead and let's clarify what this Eight of Staves is about. What was the communication? Please explain to me, what is the communication, or what was the communication that came in? Please explain to me. What was the communication that came in? What is the communication that was coming in? Yeah, this was about a relationship not happening. There wasn't going to be a wedding, no relationship. And that's because the heart is maybe overactive for you, but underactive for them. Their heart wasn't into it. Wow, and justice. So this is all about communication and you understanding that, you know, because of that communication, that information that came in, the justice is the communication. It was like, in your heart, I think you probably knew that this wasn't going to be. The Nine of Cups, yeah. With the Ten of Swords being in the reverse, there was a lack of listening to your gut. This is also the end of a cycle. That's why there's a transformation, is because, you know, you had to, the communication is good. Like, you're fine as far as the communication was concerned. It's like you knew you weren't listening to your gut. There was an imbalance. Either you were listening, I think there was an imbalance. You weren't listening. And actually, the Ten of Swords in the upright would be the end of a cycle, but this is kind of being caught in the cycle. Yeah, and the Princess of Cups in the reverse. This person, whoever it was that was coming towards you, there was a lack of love on their part, but, or there could have been a lack of love on your part. But whichever way it goes, the offer that was coming in, there wasn't enough heart behind it. There wasn't enough love in the heart behind it. And again, this is about the gut. This could have been a third party situation. It's like you knew somebody else may be involved, or you, however the situation was, that may have been the communication, as you found out that there was somebody else involved. Wow. And the Queen of Cups being in reverse, this is emotional instability. So either they may be emotionally stable, but you as the person, this was completely off. You weren't listening to your third eye. Like, you weren't listening to what was being explained. Wow. And then the Knight of Swords. This is the communication. You know, this is facts. This is truth. The truth is coming in. That's how you were able to arrive at making this decision, because there was a truth that was communicated, or either they communicated it to you or you communicated it to them. It may even been something that you saw, but there is an imbalance within the heart and within you listening to your gut. And not listening to your third eye. Because really, you can't actually, this may even be your energy, Sagittarius. You came charging in with the truth. Or they came charging in with the truth. I don't know. This is a very interesting reading. The overall energy being the Ace of Wands. So that's where the transformation comes in, because whichever way it goes, it doesn't even matter at this point. What matters is you learning to listen to your heart, learning to listen to your gut, and following what your third eye is telling you. And that will, in order to turn that energy around, of course, there has to be some type of verbal communication, which are both in the upright. So maybe there was something before that wasn't being communicated. Now you're communicating it, because this partnership that could have been, was lacking certain things. And now that you have voiced what it is that you've communicated, or you're communicating, or whatever was communicated, you in turn now understand a little bit more about it. Yeah, I think that this was a past situation. I think currently during quarantine though, where this overall energy is transformation, this is actually you, Sagittarius, really stepping up and understanding the communication. I mean, just a transformation. I don't know why I said communication, but the transformation of finally believing what it is that you're being told. This starts something brand new, and I think this starts within you. You know, this is your energy. The Wands energy is the fire energy, and the fire energy has a lot of passion in it. And as you can see in the card, there's a huge stairway to the light. It's like the stairway to heaven. Yeah, and with the 8 of, and this goes back to the root of who you are as the person. So the root of who you are is turning around and walking up these stairs towards the light, and you are coming up out of an energy that was very devastating, you know, which is the 8 of Swords. It's like, you know, and you're coming into your power, because here we have the Emperor. So even though this is Aries, this is you know, you're coming into your power. And with the Lovers being right under that, being in the upright, wish fulfillment, the Devil being in reverse. Yeah, I think you've got, honestly, I think that there could possibly be somewhat like, once you dead this situation, I think that I could read this 2 different ways. So once you dead this situation, this third party situation, or this situation that you kind of got yourself caught up in, once you did that, this new person, this new part of you that's going to be coming forward, yeah, you're not going to be putting up with the bullshit. I can tell you that for sure. There's not going to be no bullshit that's going to be going on. And I want to say, I feel very strongly that there's going to be a love situation coming in for you, because you get the Lovers in the upright. So maybe I'm getting Lovers in the upright because you thought that this was going to be a love situation, but I just feel more strongly like there's something else that's coming forward. But this new thing within you really need to be more concentrating on that, because that's what's going to give you the energy that's needed in order for you to walk towards the light. I think walking towards the light is the overall theme of this reading, is that you starting at the base of who you are and then working your way up. And that's going to be the transformation. Right now we have nothing but time, guys. So you taking walks, being with yourself, meditating, getting good with God, possibly watching church on TV. That's something that I keep hearing. Watching church on TV. Watching a pastor on TV. I think you're going to watch quite a few of them, because you're going to get different messages from different ways. But I think in order for you to be able to have this transformation, you are going to have to kind of separate yourself, you know, from this other person. But I think you know that. I think during this quarantine you found out some things that you didn't know before. That's why it was the way it was. Yeah, the Moon. So things came to light. What you thought was actually wasn't. You know, it's very interesting. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Gosh, what is the connection between you and Scorpio? Jeez. Even though Pisces is represented by the Moon, this is all about illuminating the truth. So you could have been dealing with the Pisces. Pisces, Pisces will do all types of things, you know, so you just need to be careful. But where I see this It's not a crab or a lobster. It's like a, what is that? It's Scorpio. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio. We also have Temperance. So this is all about, you know, and this is interesting because Temperance is kind of the same thing as the Justice. It's about you finding the right things to put together in order to, there's a certain chemistry that has to happen between you and a person in order for Sagittarius actually to have a love affair with you. They're not driven by sex. It's really interesting, not the men or the women. So you can never catch a man, Sagittarius, with sex. And you can't do that with the women either. They're not that way. They use a lot of I love this sign because as strong of a passion that they have inside of them, they're really good about formulating the right thing before making a decision. They are not led by their sacral. They're not led by their heart. It's like they know how to gauge really good they have a really good sense about people. And Judgment being in the upright. So there may be a partnership that is coming in that will be right, but I believe this partnership was just, this previous thing was wrong. If you choose to make it a relationship, there's a lot of things that you are going to have in order to turn this energy right for a relationship. You're going to have to be very strong and upfront about the facts. That would be both of you guys. But I think that this is something different. This Judgment, I think, is more about you making the right decisions, coming together with self in order for this transformation and this new part of you to begin. Yeah, and with the Eight of Swords being the overall energy, you can see the Devil creeping around in the back. So this is a very interesting, and the Three of Chalices, yeah. So again, you know, when I start reading and the same things start coming out over and over again, or I'm saying the same things kind of repetitively but in different ways, this is definitely a situation where this is more about the same. When the same message comes out, that means that this message is something that you really need to tune into. Let's go ahead and get the Path of Wisdom. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I had tacos earlier. They were really good. All right. Yeah, the Four of Earth, security. So this is something I think that they couldn't offer. This security is really, really important. You actually offer a lot of security. That's why I think that's why Sagittarius men or women, to me, are kind of so in demand, is because they have many elements of other signs that offer security and stability. That's why you're not going to find many Sagittarius men or women single. If they're single, it's not for too long, that's for sure, because they're going to get swooped up by somebody. Also, the Son of Fire in reverse. So with this particular card, you know, this is somebody who may have been, the person that you were dealing with may have been kind of immature and very guarded. That's probably why there's a lack of love in the heart. You know, they're just too guarded to move the relationship forward. It's kind of interesting. And then but for you, Sagittarius, outwardly you may want to I don't think you have a problem with being a little bit protective. I think that's one thing that you do know how to do, is be protective. You have, like, what it is that you want, and you're able to present that physically to somebody. And it's like you're not backing down until you get that. Interesting. And then the Ten of Fire, oppression. So I think that because there wasn't a union between the two of you, this person may have felt some sort of oppression because of it. And I think it's because you learned that they can't have you and somebody else. The illusion that they created was not right. That's why you have the devil in the background, because fucking wasn't for real. You know what I'm saying? This person may have wanted you, but just didn't, it wasn't like they were going about it in the right way. There was no heart behind it. And it just wasn't a good union. But whichever way it goes, you have oppression in the reverse, which is telling us is that it's the end of a cycle that was created by this situation of you dealing with this person, and you stepping out on your own and being, with you, is really one of those great things, because we're in quarantine, and that because of the separation, that this makes things even easier. It's even easier for you to move on. And with the Daughter of Earth being the overall energy, this is saying that whatever offer ends up coming in, that it's going to offer more than what was offered previously. It's beautiful. Yes, I think a couple of different things are going on. Also, the Daughter of Earth, she represents, like, she's dressed so well. You know what I'm saying? She is of, there we go. She is of abundance. She lives nice. So I think that it could be also that somebody could be offering you something very nice. I think this is two different things, and that you deserve nice, right now, taking that time to create a really nice environment for yourself, Sagittarius, is going to be really good too. And so we got raise your standards. I almost put it back, but then I realized this is what goes with the reading. Illusion, embrace the truth. Wow. So again, this goes with the moon illuminating what's real. Well, there it is. Confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. Wow. And the overall energy being legends. Learn from who inspires you. Definitely. So taking a look at what and who inspires you as people, places, and things is going to be really important, and that will motivate you for this transformation that's going to happen, this new part of you that you're going to tap into. You're not going to be thinking about this person anymore. It wasn't right in the beginning. So, it's cool because you guys are so temperamental that once you get upset about it enough, you will turn away. You will embrace the truth. You'll decide whether or not it was worth fighting for. It says pick your battles wisely, and because I think that at the end of the day, you guys are not going to go like, y'all are not tolerating the BS. And raising your standards is going to be really important. This is all about making sure that, when you look at it in retrospect, you're just kind of like, wait a second. This ain't even what I liked anyway. They didn't have everything that I wanted, So that's going to be that. And I don't think I needed to do the romance angel. So let's see here. We've got animals. So if you have an animal or you're thinking about getting an animal, that may be great for you. God's hand. Yeah, just letting God kind of stir the pot for you and figure out what's going to be best for you. And strength, being strong. And I think that that's interesting because we've got a cat right here, a lynx, or a bobcat, whatever that is. Strength, finding that Leo within, that strength within. you know, to really go on and move past this and to be able to transform into something new. Because coming out of quarantine, you know, I keep telling people, because I think it's in the Bible, what was last will be first, and what was first will be last. I think it's all about your mentality. Yeah, and the overall energy is spirit. And I spelled it wrong on this thing. I'm so goofy. I spelled it spirit. Oh my goodness. Didn't mean to. But spirit is the overall energy. So I think that your spirit is going to lead you into that next direction, that next part of that transformation. And now that you're aware of all of these things that have gone on and these lessons that you had to learn or going to learn, or whatever the case may be, whether it was you that was in the third party situation or you having a third party situation, it doesn't even matter, because there is so much to learn about this. And just looking forward to that new part of you. I think once you really get focused into that, everything else is you're going to change. It's going to be for the good though. You know, and if you have an animal or thinking about getting one, definitely, like I said, let God stir the pot. You know, focus on animal kindness and those type of things. Pay attention to the animals that come across your path, because those could be signs. You know, the other day I keep hearing or seeing ducks, and they keep crossing my path. So the other day I decided to look up to see what ducks meant. Ducks actually spiritually are what is considered a warning. So it's like being careful before you step into something, you know, or a warning that something will happen. So, you know, trusting God and like I said, letting him stir the pot. All right, Sagittarius, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Love you guys. Bye.